Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1, and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything you could add, send it to Southern Prepper 1, southernprepper1@yahoo.com, and in the title, put Boots on the Ground. Let's get right into it, lots to cover. The luxury turmoil. Diamond prices crashed to pre-COVID levels, and used Rolex prices hit a new 6-month low. During COVID, we had a lot of stimulus money thrown out, and a lot of this money was used to buy luxury items. The Bloomberg Sub-Dial Watch Index, which is the tracks prices for 50 most traded watches by value, breached a 6-month low. So it's definitely, even rich people are having problems in this economy. They did a survey, and they surveyed 11,000 adults, and 46% of adults have emergency savings to cover $400 in expenses. And that's it. And actually, from the quarter before, 2% less people now have that $400 to cover. So people would have to use credit cards or take on other debt or sell something. So that is not a good sign for the economy. There has been a surge in military spending, and a UK company, BAE Systems, has announced massive profit soaring, 57%, and this is definitely because the war industry, and this is the British arms industry, is spending or getting huge contracts to make more weapons because tons of our weapon systems are being sent to Ukraine. Joe Biden has instructed the Defense Department to pull active troops from the southern border. So they're going to withdraw 1,100 active duty troops. I think they're going to leave 400 there, but this is during a huge increase in people coming across the border. So why are they doing this? I don't know, but I think we should actually send more and secure the border 100%. If you've been following Lebanon, they're about ready to fall into a total economic collapse. This is very imminent. It's just because of a lot of things, corruption, fraud, a bad government. So they are having to secure some loans and some financial aid from, I think, the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. And when you take money from them, you have to play ball and you have to do what they say. So we're going to see another country fall totally into a collapse, and that would be Lebanon. Also, the Pentagon is thinking about putting military personnel on commercial ships traveling through the Straits of Hormuz. And this is because of the actions by the Iranians. This is definitely asking for more of a chance of a conflict, but it would be safeguarding these civilian vessels. The civilian vessels from other countries would have to give permission to U.S. forces to protect them. 2 U.S. Navy sailors in California were arrested, and these are separate cases involving passing sensitive data, national defense information, to the Chinese, and they did this for exchange of money. These were sets of blueprints for a radar system, technical manuals for vessels, operating plans for military exercises in that area of China. So a lot was lost. Will determine how much damage they did to our defenses. Russian warship hit by a kamikaze Ukrainian drone. I've seen some video of it, and it's definitely listing one side. Hopefully it does not sink, because that would cause a problem with the environment. But it is sort of funny because NATO definitely gave them the weapons, they gave them intel, they gave them everything to orchestrate this attack. Basically, NATO attacked this ship because Ukraine could not do it without our intel, our support, everything. So hopefully this actions of destroying, maybe totally destroying, a Russian ship will not lead to World War III, because it is justified that Russia could say this happened because of the U.S. and NATO. In July, a poll was conducted, and 29% of workers under 55 said that they don't think they will be able to retire. They will have to continue working way into later years. And this is because people are not saving enough, and the increased inflation is just killing people. This comes from a viewer that said 70 people in Atlanta were just laid off from a large provider of online employment background screening, and they were laid off themselves. The problem is there aren't many IT jobs out there right now. Scary times. I've also got other reports from people that have been laid off, so pray for people that have been laid off. Hopefully these people can bounce back and find another job. The Biden administration is blocking key funding earmarked under the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1965. And they're cutting funding for one reason. If your school has a hunting or archery program, they do not like this program. This is a direct attack against the Second Amendment. This is a direct attack against people that live in the country that enjoy hunting, enjoy archery. So I don't know if your school in your area will be affected. Hopefully the Congress can stop this. This is also the Safe Hunter program in my area that teach people how to safely handle guns, how to safely hunt, gives them all the rules and regulation. And in my area, it is required to get a hunting license to have this course. This is from AP, and this is from Sydney. A team of explorers announced it has found a sunken Japanese ship that was transporting Allied prisoners of war when it was torpedoed off the coast of the Philippines in 1942, resulting in Australia's largest maritime wartime loss with a total of 1,080 lives. This ship was actually torpedoed. They found it sitting at about 1,300 feet with using some type of drone that could go down there. But it was carrying prisoners from 14 nations, including 979 Australians. They're not going to mess with the wreckage out of respect for all of the dead. But hopefully this could bring some closure to certain people. There is a lot of sacrifice that were made during World War II, and this was definitely one of them. The Veterans Affairs, and this comes from the Army Times, will deploy 25 mobile medical units to cities around the U.S. over the next 6 months to help deal with homelessness and assist efforts for veterans. The first unit will arrive in Orlando, Florida, and they're to provide medical care and have space for mental health assistance and telehealth services. So hopefully this will assist our veterans out there that are suffering. How much more could we do if we closed our borders and used all that money to help veterans and also help elderly people that are having a hard time getting medical care and also paying their bills? If you've been following the price of gas, you probably have. Every time you fill up, it keeps going up, 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 and up, and I'm getting reports from all over the United States. I won't bore you with the details, but gas is up everywhere. The Western Texas intermediate crude oil is up again today, almost $82 a barrel. Brent crude is getting closer to 85. So this is because of supply and demand. It's also because of cuts done by the OPEC nations. They say also because of the heat in the southern states, refineries cannot run at 100% because of the excessive heat. So pray there is no hurricanes. They said if a hurricane hits this area where the refineries are, this would definitely drive up gas prices even more for us. 3 women suffered an attack while they were tubing down the Jefferson River in Montana. The attack occurred actually Wednesday as they were floating down. Otter attacked the women. So be careful out there. If you have a Hyundai or a Kia, they're recalling 91,000 vehicles. Could start a fire, so check into that. If you have a Hyundai or a Kia, make sure your vehicle is not one that is being recalled. Amazon revealed that they actually deliver packages with 2-legged mules, real mules, 4-legged mules. The article was really cool. They deliver them to the Phantom Ranch, and that's at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. I think the trip takes like 4 hours to get there, and then 4.5 or 4 to 5 hours to get back. But this is the only way to deliver to people that live and work at this ranch. So it was a pretty cool story to end this out. So I hope you're prepping. I hope you're preparing. Do not deal and do not dwell on the doom and gloom. It's out there. Worry about your little piece of earth and prep as best you can. Thanks for watching.